what is more lovely than the light on the water as the moon rises over the bay? And what is more peaceful than a murmuring stream in the warmth of a long summer's day? When life gets too crazy and things move too fast, I go to the river and find the hours spent listening, the hours spent watching, can bring a deep peace to my mind. The river runs down and the tide rolls in. It's the same way now that it always has been. The changes in the river, the changes in the sea, are the changes made by you and by. It's up in the morning and stumble downstairs, have a cup of good coffee to drive chills away. Then it's on with my boots and I'm down to the dock, and by sunrise I'm down the bay. And it's oh to be fishing upon the sea, the fisherman's life is the only for me. Be it hauling or seining, it's born in the blood, and by sunrise I'm down the bay. My father before me has worked on the sea, and he passed his experience down to me. I learnt to set traps, I learnt how to wait, and I learnt what not to say. And it's oh to be fishing upon the sea, the fisherman's life is the only for me. Be it hauling or seining, it's born in the blood, and by sunrise I'm down the bay. Well, I have tried working at many a thing. I forgot how to live, I forgot how to sing. I long for the feel of the sea neath my feet, even though it's not regular pay. And it's oh to be fishing upon the sea, the fisherman's life is the only for me. Be it hauling or seining, it's born in the blood, and by sunrise I'm down the bay. Stone and sand. They had no donkey engines, then men pulled the lines by hand. They carried just a single mast to keep the wide deck clear. The giant boom when tied athwart left room for lifting gear. They were not built for beauty, they were not built for speed. For 100 years or more they served the country's needs. Stone sloops from Eastport to Chippewa, preferred the heavy haul into ship or schooner rig. Stone sloops sailing far and wide, for 100 years and more they were the people's pride. After independence our nation was in need of stone to build our cities and stone to pave our streets. Quarries by the hundred were along the coast of Maine. To get that stone to market was the stone sloop's aim. 90 feet in length, 30 feet from rail to rail, with 1,000 yards of canvas in a single mighty sail. Owned by the captain, named for the captain's wife. It wasn't just a business, it was a way of life. Stone sloops from Eastport to Shipig, preferred the heavy haul in the ship or schooner rig. Stone sloops sailing far and wide, for 100 years and more they were the people's pride. The sloops would set out in the spring and find a job to do, with a captain and a mate and a boy to cook for crew. They'd work way down in Canada, in Boston or New York. Until the end of June they would stay where there was work. July they'd sail for home just to see the family, but after picnic and parade they'd all return to sea. Be gone until November when the wind began to freeze, then home to more for winter in some protected lee. Stone sloops from Eastport to Shipig, preferred the heavy haul in the ship or schooner rig. Stone sloops sailing far and wide, for 100 years and more they were the people's pride. As the years went rolling by, fewer sloops set sail, just a sign of change in times, replaced by truck and rail. Junked out and abandoned, another one each year. With hardly any notice, the stone sloop disappeared. So all that's left is memories and stories handed down, but now it's been collected and in a book it's bound. The ships, the captain's families, the tales the old salts tell, the folks down on Shipig, they have kept these treasures well. Stone sloops from Eastport to Shipig, prefer the heavy haul into ship or schooner rig. Stone sloops sailing on the tide, for 100 years and more they were the people's pride. Stone sloops from Eastport to Shipig, prefer the heavy haul. Rolling home in the morning at the break of dawn, rolling home across the ocean where I've wandered for so long. Rolling home to my darling, that's where I belong. Blow your winds, run your tides back to harbor. A sailor's life is dreary far from home. He's often wet and weary out on the salty foam. He is gone for a year, oftentimes more, hoping that his dearie's waiting for him. Rolling home in the morning at the break of dawn, rolling home across the ocean where I've wandered for so long. Rolling home to my darling, that's where I belong. Blow your winds, run your tides back to harbor. Do you want a trip to China? Well, sign on board. Or down under to Australia, pick up a load of wool. Trade for tea in India and bear for home. Hoist the sail, haul the anchor, head for harbor. Rolling home in the morning at the break of dawn, rolling home across the ocean where I've wandered for so long. Rolling home to my darling, that's where I belong. Blow your winds, run your tides back to harbor. It isn't very funny when your pay is counted down. There's not a lot of money for the time that you've been gone, so you hug and kiss your honey, hold her while you can, till the captain says we're leaving in the morning. Rolling home in the morning at the break of dawn, rolling home across the ocean where I've wandered for so long. Rolling home to my darling, that's where I belong. Blow your winds, run your tides back to harbor. love adventure, and some love the sea. Some only love whiskey, and some love being free. But the only love I need is the love of my lady. Blow your winds, run your tides back to harbor. Rolling home in the morning at the break of dawn. Rolling home across the ocean where I've wandered for so long. Rolling home to my darling, that's where I belong. Blow your winds, run your tides back to harbor. Rolling home in the morning at the break of dawn. Rolling home across the ocean where I've wandered for so long. Rolling home to my darling, that's where I belong. Blow your winds, run your tides back to harbor. Back to harbor.